you know you make me float, float. Boy, you really give me high. Ooh, I feel like I'm on dope, 'cause you.
Hey bitches, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name's Trinity. If you're not already, subscribe, like, and comment. Today I'm just going to be talking about my homecoming experience. If you've seen in the caption, this is my first homecoming on my freshman year, and yeah, we just had some tea on that, so I'm gonna spill it for you guys today. I have all my notes on my killer iPad. I just got her, so I'm going to be staying on track now, being able to see, you know, what's next. I just so that I don't forget nothing, because I feel like when I'm making my videos, I'm like forgetting some key points, and then I have to go back and tell you guys and make it all fit. And I just want this to be as smooth as possible, just because I feel like you guys were just a little confused in my last story time. I had like one or two comments that were like, what is with this? But I'm trying to make it as clear as possible so that you guys don't get confused. Without further ado, let's just get into this video. Okay, wait, before we get into this video, clock the nails. Yes, your girl did those. They look fire. They're so cute. I can't wait to put makeup on and look all cute and pretty. So if you want to get ready with me, get your makeup out, get you a drinky drink. Redbulls are my preferred ones. Right now I have water because it is currently nighttime. It is 9:11 p.m. and I always record when my daughter goes to bed. So yes, that's why I'm not having my little drinky drink with you guys. But if you're getting ready for school, perfect time to watch this video. If you're getting ready for work, if you're getting ready to do anything, or even if you just want to sit in bed, relax, rewind, watch this video, whatever you want to do, this is a perfect video, so keep watching. Okay, so to start off, we met in school. I just moved to Utah. I didn't know nobody. I knew nobody at all. First day of school, and I don't know who to sit next to, right? I'm like over here like, I don't know nobody. I don't know if we had assigned seats or whatever, but I ended up sitting next to this guy, right? And he seemed very nice, like very just like almost a little nerdy, but he really wasn't once I got to know him. But yeah, he was also the only other Asian person in my class. There's a lot of like Polynesian people, and I guess like race doesn't really matter for the story, but like I feel like we really connected because we were both the two Asian kids, you know what I mean? So I don't know if that does anything, but for me personally, I feel like it was us two Asian kids, because honestly we would low-key get bullied.
Not to be racist or anything, but Asian people
Just a little bit for our race. But yeah, it wasn't like really bad bullying. I think that he did get really bad bullying, but for me it was just like name calling, stuff like that, just like out of pocket stuff, you know what I mean? So immediately we sit down next to each other and we start getting to know each other, and honestly we become best friends. And like I would go to his house after school. We would walk from our middle school to his house, and like that shit was a far ass walk. Like we were literally walking so far. But I started going to his house after school a lot actually, and I like it felt like a home away from home. Like I feel like the place I was living at was kind of toxic, and so like I would go there as kind of like my scapegoat, kind of like my home away from home. And I loved his mom. His mom was the sweetest ever. Literally made me feel so included whenever they did anything. Like I just loved the environment there. And dude, his mom could cook. When I tell you that girl was chefing it up in that kitchen, oh my gosh, such good food, such good food. Props to her. Literally, we're still Facebook friends and I love it. But anyways, we were literally like hanging out every day. We would like skateboard together and just like hang out. I don't know what the fuck we were doing in middle school. We were just hanging out, right? It's that relationship where like it was never awkward. Like it was genuinely just like a good friendship. And like even though he was a guy, like it never felt romantic, I guess. And I loved that. Like I loved having like a best friend, even if it was a guy. And even in our relationships, like when we got into relationships, nobody tripped on us, because it was never that kind of vibe of like, oh, they're doing stuff, like, you know what I mean? Like it was like so obvious and plain that we did not have feelings, but we were just besties. Like we were literally locked in besties. I'm gonna fast forward to high school now. That was just kind of like how we met. So fast forwarding to high school now, We go to the same high school. Obviously there's like 2 high schools in my small ass town. I ended up getting grounded, and that's like a whole other story. My parents like pulled me out of high school. I went to online school. I had no phone, literally nothing, like literally nothing. But my parents would still let me talk to my friend, right? But somehow we were communicating and my parents were okay with it. I couldn't go to his house, so I was grounded to that point, like where he could only come over to my house, and it was only sometimes, like it was never like every single day how we used to hang out before. And like honestly, just to have like any social kind of like anything, like obviously I wanted him to come over to my house, because without that I would literally have no social life outside of that. Like I never got to leave the house. I was literally on lockdown for like 2 years, never seen nobody, never got to hang out with friends, like nothing. When he came to the house, it was like so nice to be able to actually socialize with people. And I honestly feel so bad because we could never do like much, like there was not much to do. Like we could play on the Xbox, that was about it. But yeah, so I'd always feel bad, like I feel like he would get bored, or like it was just like watching movies, but like I feel like he didn't care. Like it was just, we still made the most of like what we could. Because I didn't have a phone, he actually ended up giving me a trap phone, and this trap phone was I think his sister's old phone, his older sister's old phone. So he gave me a trap phone, and I really wanted to go to homecoming. Homecoming was coming up. It's what everybody was talking about. Everyone's like, all my friends are talking about it. My neighbor was going with one of my friends. Hey guys, I'm editing right now, but I just needed to clarify some things I feel like I wasn't really clear about. So basically, my neighbor was a guy, and I would only hang out with him like when I had no one else to hang out with. Like me and my brother would go over to his house, knock on his door, and him and his sister would come out and we play just like night games or do whatever. Like we would not have been friends if one, I was able to hang out with people, because I would have never went over to his house, and two, if he didn't move in next to me, like he was literally just a neighbor. I just want to clarify that he was a guy, and my friend that was going with him to homecoming was a girl I met in one of my classes in high school. So I just wanted to put that out there because I feel like that was a little confusing, and I really wanted to go. So I was like, the only way I'm gonna be able to go is if he asks me to go to homecoming with him, right? So I'm like, hey, like ask my parents if we can go to homecoming together, because they're gonna say yes to you. Like they're not just gonna let me go by myself or like with anyone else. They don't trust no one. They said yes, which honestly surprised me, I'm not gonna lie. But the thing with it was that my parents were gonna come with, but they weren't gonna come inside the homecoming, because the homecoming was in like a venue, like in a mall. So like there was like a mall, like, so there was a venue like by a mall. So my parents went to the mall while we went to the homecoming, you know what I mean? I was literally so excited, like so excited to see all my friends again, so excited to, like, you know what I mean, be able to freaking socialize. Like my mental health without any social life freaking sucked, right? He ends up taking me to homecoming, and like I looked cute. Like I'm an Instagram photo, like that's my little freshman self going to homecoming. And like it was good vibes. It was honestly really good vibes. We went, and like we were being awkward, like I don't know, like I don't know, because we were not a couple, like we were friends, but like the photos, like they obviously wanted to take photos, like our family, and like they're like, oh well, like hug her, like, and I don't know, it was just awkward for me. I never seen it as like this is like a date, like we're getting serious. Like I was literally just like, we're friends, I want to go to homecoming, he doesn't have a date, let's go, you know what I mean? We show up to homecoming, and I see my friends, and I'm seeing everyone. I'm having such a good time. It was a really pretty nice venue. Like it was fancy. It was like, okay, like you guys really put your money into this. We had a DJ. Like it was just like a good like homecoming vibe. Obviously I was gonna meet up with my friends, and my friend who was going out with my neighbor, they weren't together, like, but they were like they were each other's dates, you know? So my friend and I, we meet up, and everyone's taking pictures, we're dancing, like we're just playing hype music, and then the slow songs start coming on. That's when things got a little bit awkward. And like I said before, we never had an awkward friendship. Like, I never felt awkward. I never felt like I had to filter myself in front of him. Like, we were just like good. I don't know how to explain it. Like, it was just truly like a pure friendship. And the slow songs start coming on and it's getting a little awkward, and our friends are like, oh, dance together, guys. Like, you guys should dance together. It'd be so cute. And like, I start getting a little bit awkward. I'm like, I don't really want to dance. Like, I don't know. And so, I don't know, we ended up slow dancing. It was hella awkward, at least for me personally. It was really awkward, and like, literally thinking back makes me like, you know. But yeah, so we started slow dancing, and like, that part was really awkward. And I think he kind of got like a vibe of like, oh, she doesn't want to be like dance. She doesn't want to dance with me. Like, I don't know if I like hurt his feelings with that, but like, because I was being so awkward about it. But he ends up like walking away after the dance, but not like in a rude way. Like, not like, oh, like we were in the middle of dancing and then he just like storms off. No, like, the dance was over and like he ends up just like disappearing. Like, maybe he went, I wasn't like, in my head I was probably thinking like maybe he went to the bathroom, or like, you know what I mean. Like, it wasn't like serious too, because I didn't really care. We were just like having a good time, you know. So he ends up walking away, and my friends are there, and I'm just talking to them, and I ended up starting talking to my neighbor, who is obviously on the date with my friend, and obviously I'm gonna see him because he's on the date with my friend. So I ended up starting talking to my neighbor, and we're just literally just talking like about, I don't even know what. It was nothing like, well, let's dance together. And I remember seeing my date come back and like, I don't know, just like kind of give me a dirty look, and then I was just like, oh, like, what's wrong? And then he didn't say anything, and then he ends up disappearing again. And like, I'm texting him and I'm like, where are you at? Like, I can't find you. But I'm still with my friends and I'm still having a good time. Like, we're still like dancing and like having a good time, you know, because I don't know, like, I didn't think anything was wrong. I didn't think I did anything wrong. So we're just having a good time. We're dancing, whatever. And then out of literally nowhere, I see like in the corner of my eye, I see his sister, his older sister. And get you, we are like an hour away from our town. The venue was like an hour away from our town. And he came with me and my parents, right? She looks mad, bro. She looks mad. She looks like she wants to beat me up. And I'm like, what the hell? She comes up to me and she pushes me. And like, now everyone's staring at us, obviously, because we're in the middle of homecoming. And this girl just came up to me and started pushing me. And she's not dressed like formally. She's literally in her pajamas, slippers, and like a tank top. And I was just like, what the hell? Like, what is happening? And she's like, I don't even remember like what the fuck she was saying to me, but I just remember her yelling at me, saying like, how could you do that to my brother? Like, yada yada yada, like, you're a fake ass bitch, like stuff like that, right? And then out of literally nowhere again, I just see the principal grab her arm, like literally like grab her arm and yank her and like pulled her out of the venue, because we were right by some doors. And I literally remember like him pulling her out, and then there was like a cop there. And then he just left her like outside. And then I remember seeing my date outside the window too. And I was just like, oh, like, what the freak is happening? Like, what? I'm imagining that he took off like with his sister. And right after the principal had grabbed the girl's arm, he like looks at me and he's like, he doesn't say it, but like, he's like, because the music is so loud. And I'm like, yeah, like, I'm fine. Like, I don't know what the hell just happened. And all my friends are like, what happened? Like, what's wrong? Like, what happened? I'm like, I literally don't know what's happening. So I go to the bathroom and I'm trying to text my date, and I'm like, yo, like, what's happening? Like, why did your sister just come in and try pushing me? Like, literally just tell me what happened. And nothing. Like, I don't think I ever got a response until like later on. right? But I still have, remember, I still have the phone that he was letting me use as a trap phone. And my parents didn't know about that phone, right? So I still have that phone that I'm using as a trap phone. I'm trying to text him, whatever. And I'm like, fuck, like, me and my date came together. And then I'm going to be walking out alone. And my parents are going to be like, what the fuck? Because they already have trust issues in me. And now I'm walking out alone. Like, just make it look like I set it up where I just made it look like I was going to go with him. And then in reality, I just went and did whatever I wanted. And I didn't even go with him the whole time. And I was like, fuck that shit. Like, I'm not trying to get in trouble for this shit, right? But I'm texting him, and he literally no response. And then he's like literally MIA. Like, I don't know where he went. I don't know where his sister went. I'm assuming they left. My friends were just trying to reassure me, like, oh, like, don't think about it. Like, it's just gonna be a good night. Like I never got to go out, and the one time that I did get to go out, like, some shit like that would happen fucking to me. So it was just like kind of ruining my vibe. But I ended up like having a good time, and me and my neighbor, like, we were all in the same group. Like, we all were hanging out still and still talking. And it wasn't even like I was talking to him one-on-one. We were literally in a group conversation, like, with other people there, and his date standing right next to him. So I don't know why he felt a certain type of way about it. I don't know if he didn't know he was my neighbor, but it could have been an easy, like, oh, hey, like, who is that guy? Like, why are you talking to him if you're here with me? Versus him sending his whole sister. Bro, do you guys see this? I'm so sorry. Sending his whole sister to come freaking fight me. And I know you guys were probably over here like, oh, like, waiting for me to tell you that, guys, that we did fight, but we didn't. The principal clutched it up with that one. Because, dude, if I got into another fight, my parents would probably sent me away, even though they did send me away, but that wasn't the reason why they sent me away. But yeah, so that's basically what happened. With the phone, I ended up telling my parents, like, obviously, like, what happened that night, and they're like, that's so stupid, especially because they know who especially because they know who my neighbor was. Like, they know, like, obviously I was not talking to him in that certain type of way. And so they were just like, yeah, that was hella stupid. And then from then, like, we literally were friends for so long, like 2 years, and we just never talked again. And I literally, like, it's not that I didn't want to be friends with him no more. We just never talked again. Like, he never wanted to talk to me again. And, like, I get it, you know. And like I was telling my boyfriend about this before I even started recording. Like, I told him, like, oh, like, what I'm gonna post about and stuff. And he's like, he probably liked you all along. And that, you know what, that could have been the case. And, you know, he was really nice, and I know that guys are not nice for just, like, no reason. But it did, on my end, it felt like a genuine, just, like, friendship. Like, it literally just felt like we could both go to each other whenever we needed something, and we would be there for each other. And we literally had relationships in the time that we were friends. Like I said, like nobody really tripped on us, except for there was this one girl that he dated that was just, like, a little bit, like, sus about us. But he ended up breaking up with her because she was low-key a little bit crazy. But yeah, so after that, me and him never talked again. I told my parents, and they thought it was stupid, right? But with the trap phone, I actually ended up getting caught up with it. I was taking a nap in my bed, and I just had it, like, I don't know if it was, like, under me or under my pillow or what, but my mom had came in, and I had, like, woken up and, like, moved a certain way, and she seen it. And I was like, fuck, bro, like, I'm literally fucked. They're like, give me the password to your phone right now. Where did you get this? And I told him, I was like, I got it from him. And he was even texting me too. He was like, I want my phone back. Like, I want everything back. And, like, bro, he was big pressed. I don't even know why. Bro sent his whole sister to fight me over me talking to my neighbor is outrageous. But yeah, he ended up texting me saying that stuff, and like he was still texting me, and his sister, I think his sister was texting me. One of them was threatening to come to the house and get the phone, yada yada yada. And when my parents were going through the phone, they're like, well they can come. The fuck, like something like that. Like they were just being like petty with it. And yeah, so they seen everything. They went through the whole phone. They literally went through everything and like saw everything, which there wasn't like a whole lot in there, I don't think, but it was just the fact that I wasn't supposed to have a phone. And they probably saw like the whole plan of me and him like trying to convince them to let Hoco with him. So that's basically what happened. I'm not even done with my makeup. I feel like I was just talking the whole time, but let me finish it up really quick and then I will be right back. Wait, I just wanted to give a disclaimer that he was never a bad friend, and his sister, like there's no hard feelings there, because genuinely like they helped me out in a really tough situation I was in, and he was there for me, and he was never like a bad person ever, you know what I mean? Like he was never like bad, except for that one experience. And I don't think that he genuinely like sent his sister to fight me. I think it was more of like older sister protecting younger brother vibe, and he probably just like felt like a certain type of way that I wasn't like treating it like we were on a date, or like that he was like genuinely like a guy who was interested in going to homecoming with. And I think I just hurt his feelings a little bit, maybe. Guys, I'm literally like trying to pull this one out and it's literally done for. I should just throw it away. But yeah, I don't know, that's just kind of what happened. That was my first homecoming experience. I want to know what your guys is. Like, I want you guys to comment stuff. Like there's people commenting some tea in my comments on my last video, and like if you guys have bad like experiences with like, you know, like topics that I'm talking about, bro, comment them, because I literally read them and I get so invested in them. Since I'm still getting ready, guys, can we talk about the reunion for Love Island? Like, I have nobody to talk to about this because nobody in my household has watched it all the way through. Why the hell were Shelly and Olandria trying to play such the victims? Like, oh my gosh, like, oh my gosh. And Huda literally stood her ground, bro. And if you guys aren't a Huda fan like me, I'm so sorry. I'm a Huda fan. I'm a Huda fan from day one, bro. Literally, she was the baddest to me out of all of them. I loved Huda, but I never switched up. I think that Shelly and Olandria were trying to play the victim so bad, like saying like, oh, you didn't stand up for me. Olandria was like, oh, you didn't stand up for me, but literally she did, but just because it wasn't the way that you wanted her to. Like, obviously she does not condone racism. And when Shelly was like, oh, you didn't bring Chris back for me, you brought him back for yourself, and I felt like you just kept saying it was, oh, for me, but in reality you were just wanting it for you. Girl, they literally replayed the clips, and everything that Huda said, what she said was said, and then she still had the audacity to be like, I just feel like they didn't play that wasn't everything. Girl, bye. Oh my gosh. And in the heart rate challenge, bro, when she felt like Huda was doing too much, girl, did you not see Chris on you, girl? Chris was literally doing the same thing to you, girl. Like, anything, Huda turned around and twerked a little bit. Like, okay, like, the fuck? It's literally an ass cheeks, and your man was all up in that ass. So I don't even want to hear nothing, because I feel like Shelly would be the type of person, when Ace cheats on her, she's gonna blame the girl. You know what I mean? This is my makeup. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm done already. I feel like this went by so fast. What the heck? Like, I still want to talk. Like, I still want to yap, but I'm not gonna yap you guys' ear off. I'm gonna let you all go. But anyways, this is the wow, guys, this is the finished makeup look. Oh, setting spray, but I'm gonna take it off anyways. This is the finished makeup look. Very cutesy. my everyday makeup, guys. I'm telling you, it's freaking tea. If you don't already, go follow my makeup tutorial to get this makeup and to see all the products that I use on my face. I will have it linked at the end of this video. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment, and leave a thumbs up. And yeah, this was my experience on my homecoming, my first one. I don't think it was my last one, but I think only went to like 1 or 2 more after that. I think only went to 1 more. Anyways, thank you guys for so watching, and if you stayed until the end of the video, I love you so much, and bye.